Welcome to Lessons with Scott. I'm Scott Nipper. In this lesson, we're going to focus on the parts of the guitar. It is essential that you know the names of the parts of the guitar. Let's take a look at the electric guitar. The electric guitar has very similar parts. We have the head, we have the machine heads or tuning pegs. In the neck we have the truss rod, of course, that goes down the middle of the neck, adjustable through the cover plate on the head. We have the nut, we have the frets, the fingerboard, the neck itself. In this case we have binding on the neck. Then we get down to the body. And in the body we have, of course, the body of the guitar, and we have the upper bouts, we have the lower bouts, we have the bridge with the saddles inside the bridge, and then the tailpiece to which the strings attach. This guitar obviously has a top, has the sides, and the back. In this case, the strap pins are located on the back of the guitar, just below the heel itself. And of course, there's a strap pin at the butt of the guitar as well. Now, different than the acoustic guitar are the electrics and the electronics that are on the electric guitar. And those consist of the pickups and the electronics themselves, which consist of a pickup selector to select between the different pickups, volume controls, and tone controls. And of course all the wiring is internal inside the guitar and attaches to the jack that you plug in to amplify the signal. Now this particular guitar has two pickups and is what's considered a semi-hollow body guitar. In other words, there's a solid block of wood that goes through the middle of this guitar. You can hear that solid there, and that's hollow there. And you can see the hollow through these F-holes on the top of the guitar. Now, a semi-hollow body guitar is separate from the solid body guitars that I have here. And these solid body guitars are just different versions of the same type of guitar that has the same parts that the other two guitars have that I've talked about. One exception is this guitar here that has what's called a vibrato piece, or a whammy bar, sometimes referred to as a whammy bar. And it's attached to a floating bridge, as opposed to these guitars that have a fixed bridge. And the floating bridge actually is attached to springs behind this cover plate on the back of the guitar, and the whammy bar then is used to move this bridge up and down, changing the tension of the strings, causing the sound of the strings to either get higher or lower depending on which direction you push or pull this tremolo bar or whammy bar or vibrato bar. You'll notice these guitars, these three guitars also happen to have what's called a pick guard on them, and it's this plastic piece that is on the front of the guitar and is used to protect the wood from your pick when you're picking the guitar. You'll notice that this guitar has a single pickup. So there's only one pickup on this guitar, not two as in the other guitars, and so there's no need for a pickup selector, so we simply have one tone control and one volume control. You'll notice on a guitar like this, even though there are two pickups on this guitar, there's only a single volume control and a single tone control that control both pickups, depending on which pickup or combination of pickups is selected. You'll also notice that this guitar and this guitar do not have a separate piece of wood functioning as the fretboard. It's called a maple neck, and it uses the top of the actual neck itself, and it is finished to provide the actual fingerboard, but it's not a separate piece of wood. But that's it for this lesson on the parts of the guitar. Thank you so much for joining me at Lessons with Scott.